Well, welcome to A Taste of Mercy. I'm Chef Ron,
I'm Nancy Carlisle.
and today we are doing potato salad for our demonstration. 3 different types. We're going to do a herb potato salad.
Southwestern potato
Southwestern, which is very spicy, little zippy dish, and then a garden potato salad. And nutrition-wise, Nancy, what's the difference about
The
these?
biggest thing about these salads, Ron, they do not feature mayonnaise at all. We have a wonderful fresh salad dressings that we're using with oil and vinegar and lemon and lime juices on all of them. And it's going to reduce the sodium content, reduce the fat content. So,
And not only that, if you're taking this out on the road to a picnic or a party, there's no egg in here, there's no mayonnaise, so maybe it'll be a little safer also.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's get started.
welcome to Taste of Mercy.
Well, Nancy, the first recipe is going to be a herb potato salad, and for that one we're using the Yukon Gold potatoes, which has a nice buttery flavor to it, and we're going to put a little white wine vinegar on there, let that soak in a little bit, and make a dressing for that separately, and then add it to it.
Okay.
So,
I like those Yukon Gold. They're just a nice flavor and firm.
and for the potato salad, we've already cooked the potatoes, Yukon Gold, boiled them off, and let them cool down, and cut them into more bite-sized pieces. And for that, I need the white wine vinegar. I need to put 3 tablespoons of that.
We put the vinegar on just to help season it, give it some spice to it.
Yeah, it'll carry that flavor through the potato instead of just coating it.
My mom always used to soak them overnight with the vinegar and the oil together. It really twanged them up.
Okay, we'll let that set. Get that dressing going. So we'll start off with some low-fat yogurt. There's a ½ a cup,
Okay. The low-fat yogurt just helps to give it body.
and this is just a plain. And a cup of the light sour cream.
So we're reducing the fat content of this recipe a lot by using yogurt and using the reduced fat sour cream. Traditionally, a lot of potato salad recipes are 20 to 30 grams of fat per ½ a cup. So this one's going to be down very nicely to about 2 grams of fat.
We're going to add a little fine diced red onion, about a ½ a cup.
This colors will just be pretty against that yellow and the gold in there.
That red will stand out.
I like onions in my potato salad.
The potato salad is kind of like recipes for meatloaf. There's a couple hundred different recipes depending on what you like.
Oh, and they're all guarded. Everybody always just says, this is my specialty.
And then canola oil, that takes 1 tablespoon.
Canola oil is really rich in omega-3 fatty acids, those that help us to keep things from being sticky in our body. Great sources for brain food. And
And a ½ a teaspoon of salt. And a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And a little bit of minced garlic.
we got all those different aromatic chemicals coming in for the nutritional value. We're certainly learning all the time about all the polyphenols and polychemicals that are in our plants and our sulfury types of compounds.
For the herbs in here, we're using some fresh dill. Need about a tablespoon.
You release those compounds as you chop that, so they'll be more absorbed by the body.
Yeah,
And
really.
most of those take that extra fat that's in the oil to help the body absorb them better.
You're going to really smell that fresh herbs.
Takes me back to walking in my grandma's garden.
And then a couple tablespoons of fresh parsley.
You could use the wide leaf or the fine leaf parsley.
And when you're making it, you can certainly take and change up the ingredients there as far as the herbs. Yeah, just whatever you like. If you don't have the dill, if you want to use a little thyme or maybe a little fresh basil or rosemary, that's fine. It's,
Lots of vitamin A coming there. It's also a good source of vitamin C. I don't think of our greens being sources of those extra, but they certainly are. Traditionally, a potato salad might have had pickle relish in there to add that green color, but this is going to reduce the sodium content. We just have that little bit of salt in there, and very nice and low fat with that dressing.
I'm just going to mix that up and then add it to the potatoes.
You could use that dressing also as a dip for other fresh vegetables.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it'd be
just
great as a
nice-
dip for relish or something like that. Oh.
So it could be a nice standard dressing that you make. This should hold up well too, going to any picnics or items. As always, you would want to keep food safety in mind though as you're going to picnics, and keeping the cold things cold, and might want to serve it on a chilled bowl or ones that have an ice bowl or ice ring underneath them.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they go to a picnic, they're going to take that potato salad out, and they're just going to set it on the table, and it's going to set for an hour and a half, and then they're going to take it back home and put it in the fridge. But if
I don't like that
if
idea.
They're taking it on the ice, leave it on the ice, right? So,
No more
Okay.
than an hour at room temperature is the recommendations for food safety.
and that's all there is to it. It's,
that looks so
and
pretty.
We will take and dish a little of that up, and
Okay.
brought a little
Radicchio.
radicchio along, just give it a little color.
That'll bring out that red of that red onion that's in there. Presentation is always everything, isn't it? The great thing about potato salads, you can make them up in advance, let them set, the flavors meld together even better overnight.
Yeah, this should, definitely set for a couple hours, but overnight is even better. For a potato salad, we use Yukon Gold, but you can certainly use the russet
Red
potatoes,
potatoes.
or the reds, either one. Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of my new favorite ones.
I think, with the fresh herbs on there, you're really going to have a sensation of flavors there that you
It's going to be our specialty salad.
step up above the regular potato salad. Nancy, this one here is going to be a Southwestern potato salad. It's going to be just a little different than your traditional
Okay.
potato salad, and it's definitely going to have that Southwestern flair. Start with, I have some fresh sweet corn. Cut a couple ears up. It takes about 3 ears, and we're going to saute or pan fry this just
Just to bring out the sweetness of the corn.
right.
Okay. I'm looking forward to this dish. I think it's going to be a nice, basic salad meal that you could use as an entree, as a focus in the summer.
Yeah, this is something you can bring to the picnic. It's going to be something a little different. Everybody's going to take that, I think. Okay, and I have a skillet on back here at the stove, and we'll go ahead and add that to the stove. I'm going to put a little pan spray on here. So we're going to want that on for about 5 minutes or so, and let that brown up a little bit, bring that sweetness out in that corn. And while that's going on, let's take and put the rest of the ingredients together.
I like caramelized corn. It's always a flavor of summer.
A little red onion, about a half a cup. Slice that up.
Adding some of those little sulfides to the dish, plus just color. I like the sweet red onions.
All right, and then a little cilantro. So we're, again, that Southwestern, about a fourth of a cup, chopped up.
I have cilantro in my flower garden just because once it blooms, it's a very pretty color and it attracts the butterflies.
Yeah.
Plus, it smells good. Go out there and brush against it. Cilantro always adds that pungent taste that we think of Mexican cooking to the dishes.
Red pepper.
Now, the red pepper is one of the biggest sources of vitamin C that we can eat in our diet, and yet nice and tasty. It starts out as a green pepper, turns red over time, so it's actually a very ripe pepper.
A little celery, about half a cup.
Celery always adds that nice crunch to the salad,
Right, get a little
texture to it. Sometimes, potato salad can be all mush, but not with celery and pepper and onion added to it. The celery also contributes a nice flavor too. It does contain some sodium, a little salty taste, and lots of nice soluble fiber, and insoluble fiber, the kind that just helps regulate processes.
So now we're going to add all this. So I have a can of black beans. These are the 15 ounce, and they've been rinsed and drained. We're going to add it all to the potatoes.
Okay. So the color of the black beans, some more fiber content to it, texture with the vegetables. I hear that corn starting to sizzle back there.
We'll
Looks like a mountain.
let that corn go just a little longer. We'll do the dressing while we're waiting for that. So the dressing, I have a 1/4 of a cup of lime juice.
So we're making the dressing. It's more of a tangy type of a dressing.
Yeah, it's
Not
not going to be
really-
your mayonnaise base.
I was going to say no mayonnaise base
Yeah,
to
so we have
this.
3
just oil
tablespoons.
and vinegar.
3 tablespoons of canola oil.
Okay. So we're creating a light emulsification with the lime juice and the canola oil.
Now I have 2 teaspoons of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, the canned chipotle peppers, which are from like this here, and we'll just take them, take a couple teaspoons out, chop that up, and reserve the rest of that for.
The thing about the chipotle peppers is that they're bright red in color, so they can stain like cutting boards or yourself, your fingers.
They don't take a lot.
But they add that marvelous smoky taste.
A little salt and
things.
pepper. That's going to be our dressing. So we don't have all that fat mayonnaise. All we need now is check that corn, finish it off, corn will go in, add our dressing.
Okay.
So let's go check that corn. All right, so that's good to go. All right, that corn is ready. It's
It really made it nice and golden color.
soften it up here. We're going to add that. Smell that, it smells great.
A nice high fiber salad. You don't think about potato salads being full of fiber, but with the corn, the celery, the beans.
I'm going to set this out of the way. And our dressing, which is just a very light dressing.
We're just really kind of adding the spices to it to put the salad all together.
Give that a stir.
You used red potatoes in this salad.
Yeah, you could certainly use any kind of potatoes you want to, but I think the red is, they go well with this one here.
So many different varieties of potatoes out there.
This is one that dressing sits on there for a little bit and gets through those potatoes. It'll give it a nicer taste too. So let's.
I know that I'm going to serve this one sometime this summer as a nice entree.
Take a.
I can't wait to try this one.
Nancy, the last one is going to be a garden potato salad. So, and it's a little different than your traditional egg celery, but with the garden, we're going to put snap peas in there. We're going to put some broccoli, red, yellow, green bell peppers, and some green onions.
Sounds like you walked out into the garden and just
really,
picked everything.
And again, this is one that if you don't have one of those ingredients, you can sure substitute. Maybe put a little zucchini in there, or you know, just kind of mix it up. So whatever you have available is going to work out. So first thing we want to do is we want to do a dressing for it.
The dressing, it's a very light dressing.
And again, it's not one of your mayonnaise-based dressings. We're going to start with some lemon juice, and I need 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
So by taking away mayonnaise, you know, it just makes it a much more stable, subtle, reduces the fat content significantly. Even though we were using an oil, those 3 tablespoons of oil are dispersed in that whole pile of potatoes.
We got a couple tablespoons of the olive oil. And you know, the thing too is the safety issue. If you're having this, you're taking
Or
a
a
picnic or whatever, it's not going to be as much of an issue.
Don't add any eggs to it, or we're lowering the cholesterol content, the fat content.
2 tablespoons there. We need a little leaf thyme. This is a dried leaf thyme.
If you use the fresh,
you
it'd be
use
about a quarter cup of it.
The fresh you want to use more. The dried is less. The dried is a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you're using fresh, you want to use 3 times as much.
Right.
Okay. A little black pepper, salt, and some celery seed.
I always like celery seed added to potato salads, or sometimes do some dill seed also to add.
And then we're going to use a little Dijon mustard. This is kind of your emulsifier
To blend the
hold it
ingredients
together,
together. You know, when you're making a dressing, you always have to have an emulsifier, don't you?
you know, it brings the items together, right. And now we want to just stir that up.
And by making dressings like this, you know, you're reducing the sodium content. We would not have had to add the salt to it if we did not choose to. And they're fresher tasting, always.
Right. Now I have a cup of broccoli florets and a cup of the snap peas. These have been blanched off for just a couple minutes just to set the color and give them firmness there. And we'll add
And
that.
they keep longer that way.
Yeah. And it brightens the color up also. It gets a nice bright green
Yeah,
color.
the purpose of blanching is to stop some of the change that happens in fruits and vegetables as the chemicals are changed there.
We're using the yellow, the red, and the green peppers. We just need about a quarter cup of each.
You know, to think they all come from that green one, they're just amazing with the colors.
This is one you could just go right out in the garden, pick it, put it right in the salad.
Yeah. And you always never take the seeds out as you're going ahead to do it. You just slice off the side,
Yes.
and it saves so much time. And I always tended to be careful, and the pepper's not as sturdy to slice it.
You want to take it, be sure that you wash and rinse them off first. But
The richness of taste and color. Yeah, that's the thing about going out to your garden and just grabbing fresh vegetables. You can just choose what you like and what's ready at that moment in time. And it might change from making it in July to September. But that's, I think, the fun of making fresh salads.
I'm going to add a little green onion.
I don't think a potato salad is a potato salad without onion in it.
But there's people who don't like onions, doesn't like celery, don't want eggs in mine, don't like mustard. You know. So that's why you've got there's just so many different versions of a potato salad. I'm going to add all that. That's some nice color there.
You know, that's the thing that we have always are emphasizing in our cooking show, Ron, is the use of vegetables and salads, fruits, you know, in order to help people be healthy Incorporating more fruits and vegetables in their diet is certainly one of the aims of the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the Surgeon General. Everybody associated with health says vegetables, vegetables, vegetables.
Just started getting ours into the potato salad, and we're going to put the dressing in there. You know, I don't know if we mentioned either the fingerling potatoes, which you know, are pretty readily available anymore to get, and I think they're great to just put a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and just roast those. I think they're super that way. But
and the thing about any kind of potato is that you wanted to cook it off the day before, the night before, or you had fresh potatoes and you had extras left over from the family. You can then take them, put them in the refrigerator, and put the dressing on if you wanted to, and have it ready so that you could just make it quick after work or when you came home for a salad. Wow, coming together fast.
That was really fast. A lot of vegetables in there. It's going to be, you know, it's going to taste great. It's going to have that little little bite there with the
herbs,
the lemon juice in there.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Garden
Garden
potato salad.
potato salad.
Yeah.